Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Oh, wait.
Good,
Hold
good,
on.
good.
You're not here. Hold on, buddy. You're not here. I gotta hit the paste button here.
Okay.
I gotta add in, and let's see.
Let me know where we're in.
Oh, I see a ginger.
Oh,
I see a ginger. I found a ginger. There he is, top right of the screen. I also, by the way, for those of you that are listening, I also found a way to take what I am doing on the back end and project it onto Discord so you guys can actually see what we're making here, the video, instead of just imagining what Ginger's beautiful face looks like. You can actually see
oh,
it live. I'm not going to do that today, but because
good,
it's
good, good, good,
yeah,
good.
not gonna do it today. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until Ginger is on vacation, and we're gonna crank call him and have him come and give us some analysis
Uh,
and
there
throw
you
him on the
go.
screen. All
Putting
right.
me, putting me on the spot. Like
Always,
crazy, crazy.
always. Why not? All
And
right.
then,
You are
should
live.
we
Your
wait
charts are live, and whatever. And yeah, you can wait a minute if you want to. That's fine.
fantastic. Yeah, should we wait for the? We have what, 2 more minutes here to wait for everyone.
Yeah,
But
sounds like a plan.
oh boy, the market kind of
Well, yeah, so I try to post for
holding.
everybody what it is. Sorry, I have like so many tasks in the morning. So I'll give you the 2 minute version while we're waiting for everybody. Uh, the non-farms payroll was down 24,000. The
Mhm.
expectation was positive 80,000. Now, let me split that into what that really means. For the market, it means no rate increase in October. For the economy, it means, oh shit, why aren't we adding jobs and why are we losing jobs? So it's a dual edged sword here today, and I expect the market is going to react in that capacity too. So euphoria, no rate cuts, and then what's going on with the economy? So we got kind of two things there, and the market is a sadistic animal. So we will profit from the backs of others on this news, is what it's trying to tell us. Anyway, that's it. That's the boil down in terms of what happened this morning so far.
Yeah, cou- couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more with that. Um, and the move, it's interesting how everything aligns right to the moves that
Yep.
we're waiting. So let's go, let's start. Okay, good morning everyone, happy Friday. I hope everyone had a green week. We had a lot of trades on the Discord, we had trades on the lives that we got in the morning for 2 hours. We had only one red day on Monday. Every single the week was green. We had a couple of trades that we put out there. They were all green. Great exits, trims, all that kind of good stuff. I'm gonna, because I'm not gonna be here all week, I will release a couple of trades that'll be for a longer term expiration. So, but I'll let everyone know later on the Discord about that. But let's go back here to SPY. We were here yesterday, right? Around this level, and I was like, we're probably gonna test here 768 ish on the 90 MA and fake it a little bit, and that's exactly what happened yesterday. And I said, we're gonna come down here at one point at the 760, but now is not the time to go short. We gotta wait for the bounce, and then here, if you don't make another high, then we'll go short there. Okay. That is working perfectly as we speak, and it's great to say that. Great to see that we're recording all these videos because we can recap and see what was said in the morning and actually what's happening. Okay, if you look here, for example, on the daily, we're going to see the pre-session, but if I go to ES, it's going to show me that candle right there. There's our bounce, and here are the levels now that are interesting, and they show you if we're going to have the strength or not to continue. Okay, so on ES, we're going to look this 7,787 right there. That on the Q, on SPY, I prefer to go with the SPY. We are almost there. It's going to be this level here, this 773-ish level right there. If we go to the 4 hour, we can see that open wick there. The wick can open. That is going to be our level 773.50 right there. Okay. We're almost at Asia I. Okay, we're making Asia high right now as we speak. We just did that, and we're retracing their key levels right now is at open. If we break above this high, right, we're going to continue and retest these levels here, 774, 775. If we can't, we're going to come down and retest yesterday high day. Okay, that is going to be my look for the morning. In terms of the overall market, we're falling exactly what the dollar is doing. Look at the dollar here because of what it came. If I go here on the weekly, we were bullish when we came here and we couldn't make 102. Look, we came down, and that's why we pumped Monday and Tuesday. Okay, and then the dollar tried to find here after Tuesday a bounce, and that's why we kind of came down. Okay, now this is looking a little bit. Just 1 second, guys. A little bit too high. There you go. Now it's losing that. We want to lose the 200 EMA, right? And if we do that, first pit stop will be right there. And if we don't hold, we're gonna come to look at this beautiful channel. We'll come to the channel here, which means that SPY is gonna try the all-time highs. Okay. Now let's go here to the Qs. Here's our channel on the Qs, right? We are getting into that pennant again. So I love this trade, right? We come down and then we come and retest the pennant that was broken. And as we speak, we're starting to get into it. I really like this candle here. Okay, if we hold that candle on the 4-hour, is going to bring us continuation. To see how the EMA is already starting to flip on the 4-hour. What we got all the gaps to the upside. Okay, and when that happens and we don't reject, it means that we're going to flip and more upside will continue. Now, at open, it's going to be imperative that we can get that wick, and the indicator is showing us where the resistance is right there. I said it yesterday or 2 days ago. We haven't retested 740s here, 735s since we hit there. So we'll see what happens today if we can go there and retest that. Okay. Looking good as long as we hold here. So data was good. There's some excitement. We know how Fridays go. Okay.
Yep.
Go and move, and then suddenly you reverse completely to the other side. I'm gonna go over here a little bit of Tesla. There was a great exit at 328.50. There, I mean trim. I exited at 323 completely, but sold the bulk of the position there. Now Tesla, it's the same thing again here at 325. I really think we go and test the 50 EMA there, okay? And that will be the key factor. Can we break above that high and continue? Or that will be the rejection, and then we come and retest the lows here, okay? Tesla is probably going to be one of my trades for next week. There I want to have a position.
Oh, you're going to swing it for the week?
Yeah, probably will strangle this, okay? This is looking interesting. This is looking interesting here. On the daily, we haven't really broken above the 90 EMA, but guys, I really like these gaps here, okay? And you guys know when Tesla starts to run, oh boy, okay?
It's like a
so
magnet.
we have the gaps on the EMAs, and we have the earnings gap here. So I really think we're gonna go retest the earnings gap there. And there's your 21 EMA right there. Okay, we'll change a little bit once we get there, but it's trying to hold here. So this now, I would say it should not go below the 310. If we lose the 310, it's tough to stay in it. Okay, but until we don't lose 310, this might look good. It's trying to bounce there. SpaceX had a good day yesterday. Probably helps a little bit too. But yeah, this is looking okay. There. I want to go on the VIX. Okay. And this is why exactly what Banana was saying. Okay, got to be very careful right now. Although VIX this week is the first 2-3 days was trading exactly the same as SPY the Qs, which is abnormal. But look at this candle here. Okay, so it seems like we're trying to reach the bottom and trying to reverse here. So I'm going to pay attention to what happens here, how this closes here on the 4-hour, but this is looking very much as a reversal candle and try to shoot up to the top. That's why I really want to see those levels on SPY being retested on the Qs. Here's Apple. Apple would have worked yesterday. I said I really liked Apple to bounce up to the 315s, the 320s. We did the 315s, and now we're trying to hold the MAs here. Okay, that is exactly there what I want to see if this can go there. 319, that wick there.
It didn't do it nicely though, did it?
No.
Apple was a bastard yesterday, but hey, look, it's
Yeah.
I think we at least we got to the target on that run.
Yeah. See, this is what, because yes, look at that wick, open. So there's resistance there.
Yep.
Key to hold here, guys. If we don't hold here, this 309, 3010, it's gonna come down. Okay, this is our gap from the earnings here. So we'll see what happens. It's not something that I'm very inclined to. I know that a lot of you guys are on Apple, but I want to see maybe if we can retest here today. Maybe we'll take a play. I just want to get a little fast word on Soxel. Okay, I'll leave the key TA
Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah, but when we were here, okay, probably a lot of people thought I was crazy. I said we probably were going to come closer to retest these levels here. Okay, these levels here. Okay, now it doesn't look that crazy, and I know we don't got to go there at once. Okay, and we bounced perfectly from the 50. Now Soxel key level right here, 90 MA right there on the weekly. Okay, this is going to be this wick here and that one. This level is a lot more important than that, but we can if we can break that, it might have an ST rejection, but this here is key. Okay, and you can see the levels like that on the weekly. Okay, around the 172, 173 area right there. Okay, wick, open, close there. If we go to the daily, okay, there's exactly what the indicator is showing resistance, right? We had these levels here, these gaps, and there's your 21 EMA. Now, I think maybe we can push a little bit more towards here to the 50, and then is okay, make it or break it for
what's
the next
that?
one.
What's that price at the 50 there? Sorry, I can't read your screen.
Yeah, it's 165.
Yep. Okay.
30-ish.
Nice. Yep,
Yeah,
that's right. You can right at that bottom there. You can looking across the hall to the left there. That looks great because that's the bounce point for sure. That's going to be the struggle. Soxel's a struggle bus every 10 points here because it's really had a consolidated run. It's nice. I like it. I like what you're saying.
The trade of filling the gaps on the MAs work perfectly. We went all the way to the 200. We were here and we had these gaps, and I was saying we're going to fill the gaps. We're going to fill the gaps. We did. I didn't trade Soxel though. But this would amazing trade would have been here.
We got a whole pile of the group that got in based on what you and I were saying. So yeah, no, we definitely got our share in there. I got still work their exit though.
Yeah. Yeah, so here, if we go above this area here, it might be. Look, this week here, we went there, retested, faked it a little bit, and came down. See, this week is very important right there.
Yep.
On the daily. So yeah, look at this. Be careful. For the next move, we're kind of going sideways a little bit here now. But I would love to see the 50 getting hit again. But we might not even go there. because we have the gap here. We have the 21 EMA, the first line of resistance at 147 here. So we're almost there today on the 4-hour. So look, we're right there. Okay, do you guys see on the 4-hour this level? It's very important. That's the wick there. Okay, so that is 147.80. Okay, going above that and close above that on the 4-hour brings us to the next level that is right there. Okay, the 160.
Yep.
Okay, hopefully this once it breaks above, it will go there. Okay, and you see the level every time we go, it goes up strong or down strong. Okay, it doesn't really stay in here. It doesn't stay between 160 and 147. Okay, it moves. Okay, that's it on that. Another one that I want to talk about is Coinbase. Okay, Coinbase is doing pretty much what I expected on the bounce. That was a trade I did that I posted over the weekend. I trade the bounce Monday and Tuesday. I'm completely out of that. On the 4-hour, here is where we're looking now. Let's pull the daily here, okay? It looked ugly before open. Okay, yesterday this looked like it want to come down right away. It's changed a little bit now, okay? On the 4-hour, it showed that we made kind of a equal lows here, and now we're bouncing, okay? Same thing as the other ones. Key level is right there, 153.78 and 50. I would love to see if we can get there today, and if we reject, I will start a short position. I think this might, if we don't go above that, we might see lower lows. Look, we never got that wick there, okay? This is always a red flag. We did the double bottom without sweeping that level, okay? For me, it means that the market is going to go there again and sweep. But that's our neckline for me, the first part, and that's the second one up there. So going there, and we went there let's say 3 times, and we reject. We're going there again. If we reject again, it's all the way. We come down, and that's when Bitcoin, for example, drops in August. August is not friendly for Bitcoin. Okay, but so key level here. If we hold this level, we trade to that 170. If we reject, we are gonna come and look for the lower lows here. How much time? Okay, 5 minutes. I want to go on IBM. I exit. Didn't want to be in that. Look, we're in this channel right now. I exit at 237.50 completely. We went to 239. That was the top there. But again, we're coming down here and holding the channel. Most likely the TP would be here, the 200 in that level there, okay? And this will be another trade for me. Once we get there, I'm going to see the reaction. And if we reject, this might be a really nice trade. Okay, we'll go in a longer term here. Again, guys, it's always the same story. Acceleration on earnings to the downside, opens a ton of space between the gaps on the EMAs, and there it goes. We go the first time, fill the first one, the 9 to the 21, then 21 to the 50, rejects the 50, bounces again, and now they're very close to each other, creating a support and kind of an uptrend with higher highs and lower and higher lows. Okay, so very typical move of the market. Last one is Microsoft. I told yesterday Microsoft would be a good buy down there. If you the channel and look at that, we hit the channel perfectly, and here we are right now, almost at 500. Okay, you could have banked here, give you a really nice entry here at 9 o'clock in the morning yesterday, and this was, I didn't trade this. I was looking into it. I'm not a fan of Microsoft, but this was perfect, right? If you had listened to the morning call and you had to wait for the 50 EMA and the trend line and the indicator, right? So we have 3 of our strategies aligned there, A plus set up to go. And there you go, right there where the indicator was showing. You trim there, you exit completely. Now we hit the level, and we're going sideways to decide what to do. So how I would trade this, perfect entry, it will be the retest of yesterday's low of day, come retest the 21 here, okay, retest coming a little bit lower, and then we wait for the bounce and to see if we can continue to the previous day close and previous day high. Okay, right now we're below yesterday's close of day, which is bearish, but this will be good to come here and see if there's a strength to continue. This is coming from a great run, guys, of earnings, and if you look at the bigger scheme of things, this has room to move to the upside. There's our first 501, 500, first line of resistance. The second one is around there, 514. We got to break this level here too. But first is the mental level, right? The 500 is, we there a couple of times, not been able to do it. But I love this megaphone. Now, if we hold here, look, we hold this on the daily, that closed and that wick here, 496, 495. If we hold that, we can wick to the bottom, right? Like we did yesterday. That was a great entry. Look, that wick that came down all the way here to 482 was perfect to enter. Okay, that's it on my end. Like I said, I will be on vacation next week, so trade safe. Don't forget, August doesn't have too much volume.
If you don't mind telling us, if you don't mind telling, where are you going? Where should we be looking to spot a Jinja in the wild?
Yeah, I'm going on a cruise with the kids. The kids love cruises.
Oh,
We're
boy.
doing a 7-night cruise. I think, 8 days, something like that.
Wow.
Sunday to Sunday. We're going to Roatan. I've been there. It's really nice. I love the beach there. It's amazing.
Nice.
Sand looks like powder. And then we're going to Costa Maya and Cozumel.
Nice.
Cozumel,
you're gonna swim with the dolphins over there, right?
Probably in some snorkeling and
nice. Excellent.
We've done that trip, I think 2 years ago, so we're doing it again. It's not my favorite trip, but when you're a dad, you gotta satisfy the little ones.
You do. You gotta do what they need to do. I get it.
I know.
I get it. Cool. All right. Well, good luck on the trip. We're gonna miss you. I know you're gonna be live in 10 on your channel too, and then I will try to do my best to carry the week next week without you. So appreciate it, though. All right, let's switch on over to the quad. Go ahead, JJ. Go ahead. Come on, I know you got a slap. Give it to me. Come on.
You at least one of the days of the week you gotta take some day trades.
I'll do it. Okay.
We're gonna see that. Okay.
I will stop doing all the other work because it's unimportant, and I will just sit here and do the I swear, I only need like 4 extra hours every day, and then I would be so happy. Anyway, all right, let's kick it in. So here's my 4-panel. Something looks odd, but anyway, we've got the VIX, like Jinja was saying here. So it's starting to push down the futures again a little bit here, but then again, this is the bottom here. So we were about, I want to say, 2 ticks off the bottom on the last try, which was towards the end of the day yesterday. We may actually attempt that try here and then do the bounce, or we may bounce from here. Either way, I think we're going to see that bounce that Jinja called, which will push up, forcing ES to retest some lower levels. Those lower levels to me look like the 7,700 range right over here, and we're probably going to bounce and hold there if we do get down to those levels. It is Friday, so as in every Friday, use extra caution. If you're a beginner trader, you don't want to kind of jump in on a Friday, especially with data like this, which the data actually gives you a mixed result in actually what the world wants. Eventually, the market has to capitulate to the economy, but it can carry it for quite some time. So don't think that reading today's data can give you a clear direction of the day. It will not. It's confusing on purpose. ES here, you can see the bounce off the 4-hour 20. That has been our objective all of yesterday. We held it, we pushed and held it, and then we lost it through attrition into the overnight hours. We took all overnight session to chase that 4-hour 20 and finally reclaim it in this current 6 a.m. candle, which closes at 8 o'clock. No, closes at 12 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Sorry, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock on futures, right. 10 o'clock we skip on over here. So futures look strong here, which is good. So that's what makes me think that the VIX will continue its journey down 2-3 ticks to get to the bottom there where it will bounce. SPY on yesterday's close, you can see that we did have that inside candle that I was talking about. So we closed inside that wick. We're going to open slightly higher today, 771.33. You can see here, which will put us still within that that range. You can look at the overnight here on SPY, giving us quite the range inside of this in terms of being tight. So this is what you get when you get 4-day bull run that's kind of out of hand and crazy. You've got to consolidate. That consolidation can and should include dips back down to retest the 4-hour 9. The 4-hour 9, you have one of two options. You either go back down to test it or you wait for it to come on up. And here we are. The 4-hour 9 has finally gotten to the point here where we can back test it very easily. I suspect it opens right around 7. I didn't do the math on this, sorry, but 767. Somewhere right in the right underneath yesterday's range. So that's the back test that I'd probably be looking for as well if the VIX does bounce. So 4-hour 9 should hold into this Friday, bouncing us up and pushing forward. The market is screaming hot right now and ready to roar, except for the fact that everybody's unemployed apparently. Bitcoin. So Bitcoin here, check out the bounce on Bitcoin. This is exactly what we've been waiting for, this strength of a move here. You can see my trend line here. I'm going to go ahead and grab that and extend it if it will allow me to. There we go. I'll push that forward a little bit. We have just retaken that after a little fall, big push up, and then we're back in action here on that trend line. The big news is we took 65. So 65K is behind us as of the moment, and I suspect we'll probably lose that as we continue to follow this trend line here with the shenanigans here. But big weekend for Bitcoin as we go into August, tend to lull down. Everybody says this is going to be a different cycle. I don't really believe that yet, so we'll see what happens. But Sunday's close for Bitcoin, we'll see where we are. Above 65 or below 65 makes or breaks the next 3 weeks for Bitcoin. All right, moving over to the war chart, because we are still in war, if you didn't know that or not. And you can see really clearly here on Ginja's indicator here, bouncing right off the top here in this, creating this new residual barrier here. We're going to go through with those pivots. Here's the news, the exciting news that there are going to be no rate hikes. That wasn't the news, but because of the jobs report, that's what everybody believes. And then you get the top brass looking down saying, wait a minute, no rate hikes because we're having problems with the economy. So here we come and the back test down to this. So I expect us to have some volatility today, probably 3 to 5 points over the SPY market on SPY. That's going to give us there, but we do have some strength in this too. So this consolidation coming down will only lead to, hopefully, I think, a bounce going into Monday. I can never call this when in wartime because of the sheer possibility of a tweet coming from our president pushing things in any direction possible, and he's gung-ho market high, so that could definitely be the result here. But just be cautious here. Next week, I'm only expecting potential static going into Wednesday. The Wednesday news environment. Where did I have it? Here we go. Wednesday we have CPI and we have crude as well. Monday looks clean. Tuesday looks pretty clean. We have some data on home sales and stuff like that. So real estate stuff, but not super life-changing here. But Wednesday's going to be the big day. So Monday we should have an even more clear target on what's going to happen. But this looks good so far. Oil 77, so it's a little bit more elevated than it was 2 days ago, but it's not. It hasn't taken the 80s yet, so we're still sitting low. We've got the VWAP coming down in to put some pressure on that too. We should see oil sink a little bit unless we get geopolitical nonsense jumping out at us. I'm not going to show you that one there, but SPY here on the daily, you can see my channels here. If we're going to open up in that 771 range, puts us put just right in range here with within yesterday's candle. We'll probably trade the top half of going into the other candle too. Again, pushing towards higher levels, as Ginger had said earlier. I'm going to skip that. We'll jump onto NVIDIA real quickly here. So you can see NVIDIA on the 24-hour just bounced off the 24-hour 9 and giving a push up. Lost the trend line yesterday and faltered a little bit, but not so much here. This is what we want with NVIDIA. We want steady growth. A couple legs up, couple legs sideways, one leg down, back to the upward fashion here. You cannot deny this growth rate here. This is the market sentiment for AI and for the chipsets on semis is really NVIDIA and Soxel, right? But NVIDIA is the core component that's on the ground, beating the streets, selling the chips. So these guys, and making them too. So these guys are actually everything that we need to look at here once they are in tune and we get all the kind of craziness of earnings and stuff out of the way. So that's all happened now. I'm going to bring our exit on up. We can see this consolidation area right here, so I'm going to just stay below that if I can. There's a tip right here that I want to capture over here. I want to grab these tails on these wicks here, which are still below where we are here. It gives us some breathing room. 218.46 on the exit for NVIDIA for short-term contracts and anything that gives you guys a little bit of fear, or if you're in profit. Again, if you're in high profit, don't forget you should be considering consolidating your assets in terms of selling some of those and using your profits to buy new contracts. Oh, Soxel, what's that? It's a crystal ball. So I borrowed this from Jinja. I want you all to see it. He's taking it back right now. I now no longer have a crystal ball, but what I can do is we can look at this 24-hour chart. You can see that we have pushed into a new high in terms of range here today, just in this 8 o'clock session here. So we've got a nice little, let's see, that was the 8 a.m. candle. This candle expires at 12 o'clock. So from 8 o'clock here, we pushed into a new high here on that news. We're doing a little bit of a pullback right now. Nothing to fear at all. The overall strength of this push is pretty good here. Look at this on the short term over on the daily. That's a full day's worth of, including the overnight. There on the underlying, if I drag on underneath, you can see this is the trend line that we needed to hold. So we are doing that. Let me clear some of these lines out of the way. This is not necessary, and this not necessary. All that's necessary is I extend this trend line up for you here. Just gonna make sure it's grabbing the bottom. It is. Okay. So that's the line we want to stick to. That gives you a bottom until 12 o'clock of about 132.50. The second candle is closer to 134. So if you're looking for exits on short-term contracts, this is your trend line. And you need to save that. Taking these levels out here today and in this candle here would be huge. That would give us the push that Ginger was talking about. We pop up from there, go 10 points straight up to the top. Those 10 points on this map will show you here. He said about 164, I think he was pushing here on Ginger's chart. So same thing here roughly. You just get through this little consolidation circle here that we have in terms of the retracement over here. Pop through it. We get 10 points, and then we hit resistance wall number 1. Or actually, it's number 3 because we had first one here, second one here. Resistance wall number 3 right up in here. And then we work our way through that, and then we get up another 10 points and run it again. So this second resistance wall, I think, is about a 5-point wall as well. So we've got a little bit of movement that we need to do to get through that, to go from there. Just FYI, it is 9:31. We are live. Jinja is live trading over in his channel, so feel free to jump on over there if you're looking to do that while I continue doing what I'm doing here. CRDO, nice pop again today. Looks very, very similar to the rest of the chips. So we're going to continue on this path here. Backtest held in this range here. This is a concern yesterday. Overnight pushed us here. If we take out that 247.97 or 248 high here, then we will have a really, really nice run with this. Don't forget, day trading, this is great. Plus 12 on the range already for the day. So awesome place to be on there. I'll skip over to AMD real quickly to take a look at this. Again, it's AMD struggling on this trend line, but it's holding. It's just below it now. We'll see if that can meander itself into the top of this range and push. The goal for AMD is for next week to take out this 533, and if not, then on the downside, we need to hold this this 419. Now I'm starting to gain a consensus here in the data that this may be the bottom here. We may retest levels down into the 450s for AMD, or maybe even the high 440s. But I don't think we're going to reach that level again in the next couple of months. So actually looking pretty good. So anybody who has those concerns about the pullbacks that I'm talking about potentially for next week or the week after, just put them to the side right now. Current day's data gives me a little bit more confidence that we can at least push that out a week or two, if not maybe a lot longer. So in there, Tesla on the bounce here in the morning, looking pretty strong. Here we do need to take out these levels though. Like Jinja had said, we've got our handle cup formation on this cup, and we'll see if we can then take that bounce and push it on through. SpaceX on the kind of like the safety rebound here. I'm not worried about this short. I do think we still get down into that hundreds, 90s, and towards the 80s. Just going to let this wallow here for a little bit and do its thing, and then we'll kind of, when that plug gets pulled, we'll get ready to get into kind of a swing long on this when we get down to those ranges. That's going to be the fun part with playing SpaceX, is when we actually get to play this one long. Day trading and scalping on this is a lot of fun too, by the way. There is enough of a range and prediction in here. It moves slow enough where you see you can kind of hop in and trade that way. I think that's it for me. I'm going to pop on over to the 4 panel just to look at the open here on the regular trading hours. I always take just a quick test at this to see where we're at. You can see we're still in yesterday's range on this candle here, and we need to, if we want to push higher, we're going to have to break out on that 773 level that we topped out at with the news. If we don't, if SPY makes a run and it doesn't get to this level, expect us to see lower than where we are now towards the end of the day. So lots of action here for this, all dependent, of course, on the VIX making its 2-tick level down here to push us through. We are below that 17,325, which is excellent. I do want to make an adjustment here on another level. I'm going to put that on here for us today for the afternoon call. And that's it. All right. Questions, complaints, concerns. Let me look over on the chat. No, I don't see anything. Oh, Ginger's vacation mode activated. Nice. All right, guys. What do we got? Anybody have any questions before we shift over into Ginger's side? All right. I don't hear anything. I don't see anything. So I am going to I'm going to shut this down, get this recording published for you guys, and then I'll see you over on Ginger's channel. And that's it. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All right. Ending the pre-market.